Bang, bang, bang. "Police! Open up!" Zara shot up in bed at 2:47 a.m., her heart hammering against her ribs. Through the thin walls of her sole apartment, she heard heavy boots and aggressive shouting in Korean. Then crash, her neighbor's door exploded inward. She grabbed her phone with trembling hands, but before she could unlock it, her own door flew open. 3 men in dark police uniforms stormed in, flashlights cutting through the darkness like knives. "Zara Williams?" the lead officer barked in heavily accented English. But Zara's nursing training kicked in immediately. Something was off. Their badges were wrong, too shiny, too new. Their boots were expensive, Italian leather, not standard issue. And the way the shorter one's eyes traveled down her body made her skin crawl. "Let me see your warrant," she demanded, pulling her blanket higher. The lead officer smiled. It wasn't a cop's smile. "We don't need a warrant for what we came for." Then Bruno started barking. Not normal barking, attack mode barking. The Rottweiler next door was losing his mind, throwing himself against the adjoining wall so hard the picture frames rattled. The wall between the apartments shook violently as Bruno's barking reached a fever pitch. Suddenly, a door slammed open in the hallway. "What the hell is going on out here?" A deep voice spoke in perfect Korean, then switched to cold English. "And why are you in her apartment?" Zara's neighbor appeared in her doorway. She'd only seen him twice in 3 months, always in expensive suits, always on the phone, always surrounded by men in black. Min Jae. That's what his mailbox said. The fake cops froze. The lead officer's confident smirk evaporated. "Sir, this is police business," he started in Korean. "Police?" Min Jae stepped inside, Bruno straining at the leash beside him, all 100 pounds of muscle and rage. His dark eyes scanned the men's badges. "Officer Kim Dong-hyun, badge number 4782. Except 4782 belongs to a female officer in Busan. Try again." The temperature in the room dropped. Min Jae wasn't just some businessman. The way these men looked at him, fear mixed with recognition, told Zara everything. This was her Mafia boss neighbor, and he'd just caught them red-handed. "Mr. Park," the lead fake cop stammered, his hand drifting toward his hip. "This doesn't concern you." Min Jae's hand shot out faster than Zara could track, twisting the man's wrist with a crack before his fingers touched his gun. The weapon clattered to the floor. Bruno lunged forward with a snarl that made the other 2 men jump back. "Everything in this building concerns me. I own it." Min Jae's voice was surgical, precise. "Now, who sent you?" Silence. The fake cop cradled his broken wrist. "Fine." Min Jae pulled out his phone, never taking his eyes off them. "I'll call the real police, and Detective Han owes me a favor. He'd love to know who's impersonating his officers." "Wait," the shorter fake cop blurted. "Lee Sang-ho sent us. He said the girl witnessed something at the hospital. We were just supposed to scare her, bring her in for questioning." Lee Sang-ho. Min Jae's jaw tightened. He glanced at Zara, reassessing. "What did you see?" Zara's mind raced. Last week, the man in the ER with the gunshot wound. The suited men who'd threatened Dr. Kim to falsify the report. "I don't know what he's talking about," she lied. Min Jae's eyes told her he knew she was lying, and that he'd let it slide. For now? "Get out," Min Jae's voice cut through the tension. "Tell Lee Sang-ho that this building is neutral territory. He violates that again, we have problems." The 3 fake cops scrambled toward the door, the leader still clutching his wrist. The shorter one paused. "Boss Lee won't like this." Bruno's growl was the only response needed. They fled. The moment they were gone, Zara's adrenaline crashed. Her hands shook violently as she tried to stand, but her legs gave out. Min Jae caught her elbow, steadying her with surprising gentleness. "Sit. Breathe." He guided her back to the bed, then moved through her apartment with practiced efficiency, checking the broken door lock, examining the window, securing the perimeter like a soldier. Bruno followed, sniffing every corner. "Who are you really?" Zara finally asked. "Your landlord." He pulled out his phone again. And apparently, you're only barrier between Lee's crew and whatever you witnessed that has him desperate enough to pull this. I didn't witness anything. Don't lie to me twice in one night. Min-jae made a call, spoke rapid Korean, then hung up. My men will be here in 10 minutes to fix your door and stand guard. You're going to tell me everything, because Lee Sang-ho doesn't send people at 3 a.m. over nothing. Zara weighed her options. This man was clearly dangerous, but he'd just saved her from something worse, and those fake cops would be back with or without him around. Last Tuesday, night shift at Seoul National Hospital. She pulled her knees to her chest. A man came in with a gunshot wound. Through and through. Right shoulder. Clean shot, probably 9 millimeters. He was with 4 guys in suits who kept speaking Chinese. Min-jae's expression darkened. Go on. The patient kept saying a name. Park Min-jae took our shipment. Over and over, even under sedation. She watched his reaction carefully. 3 hours later, men in suits showed up. They forced Dr. Kim to change the report, said it was a construction accident, not a gunshot. They saw me watching. And you didn't think to report this? To who? The police they clearly own? Zara's voice rose. I'm a black woman on a work visa in a foreign country. I kept my head down and prayed they'd forget about me. Min-jae was silent for a long moment. Bruno settled at his feet, finally calm. Lee Sang-ho runs a smuggling operation, drugs, weapons, people. That shipment he lost? $3 million worth of synthetic opioids I intercepted last month. He's been looking for revenge. And he thinks I'm your informant. Now he does. Min-jae met her eyes. Which means you're in serious danger. Lee won't stop with fake cops next time. So what now? Zara's voice was steadier than she felt. I pack up and leave Korea? You'd never make it to the airport. Min-jae leaned against the wall, arms crossed. Lee has people everywhere. The moment you use your passport, he'll know. Then what? I'm just supposed to wait here until they kill me? No. You come with me. He said it like he was suggesting dinner. Not witness protection. My penthouse. Top floor. 24-hour security, bulletproof windows, and Bruno here is your roommate. Zara laughed, but it came out hysterical. Move in with a mafia boss? That's your solution? I prefer businessmen with unconventional connections. A ghost of a smile crossed his face. And yes, it's the only way to keep you alive long enough to figure out how to neutralize Lee permanently. Unless you have a better idea? She didn't. Why are you helping me? You don't even know me. Min-jae was quiet for a moment, watching Bruno lean against Zara's leg, the dog's massive head resting on her knee. Because Lee's men violated sanctuary, my building, my rules. And, he paused, you didn't scream. Most people would have panicked, but you stayed sharp, assessed the situation. That's rare. 3 sharp knocks interrupted them. Boss, it's Ji-hoon. We're here for the door. By 4:30 a.m., Zara's apartment was swarming with Min-jae's crew. They moved like a well-oiled machine, 2 men replacing her door with a reinforced steel one, another sweeping for bugs, and a stern-faced woman named Soo-jin packing Zara's essentials into a leather duffel bag. Just for a few days, Zara muttered, watching strangers handle her life. Right? Soo-jin's silence was answer enough. Min-jae was on his phone in the corner, speaking rapid-fire Korean. Whatever he was planning, it involved a lot of money and several very nervous people on the other end. Bruno hadn't left Zara's side, his dark eyes following her every movement. He likes you, Soo-jin said, surprising Zara with perfect English. Bruno doesn't like anyone except boss. You must be special. Or I just smell like hospital cafeteria food. Soo-jin actually smiled. Boss is taking a big risk, bringing you upstairs. People will talk. They'll think you're... She trailed off meaningfully. I'm not sleeping with him. Doesn't matter what's true. Matters what Lee thinks. And if he believes you're important to boss. Soo-jin zipped the duffel. That makes you either a bigger target or the most protected woman in Seoul? Maybe both. Fantastic, Zara muttered. Ready? Min-jae appeared beside her. We move now, before Lee regroups. The elevator required a key card, a fingerprint scan, and a 6-digit code. When the doors opened directly into Min-jae's penthouse, Zara understood why. Floor-to-ceiling windows overlooked Seoul's glittering skyline. The space was enormous, minimalist but expensive, all clean lines and dark wood. Security monitors lined one wall, showing every angle of the building. 2 men in suits stood guard by the elevator. Guest room is down that hall, bathrooms en suite, kitchens fully stocked. Min-jae set her duffel down. Don't leave this floor without me or Sujin. Don't answer the door. Don't go near the windows after dark. So I'm a prisoner. You're alive. His eyes were hard. Lee lost 3 men in the raid where I took his shipment. He's not known for forgiveness. Until I handle him, you stay here. Non-negotiable. Bruno trotted to a massive dog bed near the fireplace, circling 3 times before flopping down with a satisfied grunt. Handle him? What does that mean? It means I'm going to give him a choice. Drop this vendetta and accept a financial settlement. Or, Min-jae's expression went cold. There won't be an or for long. You're going to kill him. I'm going to protect what's mine. This building. My people. And apparently, he looked at her. You. Zara didn't sleep. She stood by the windows watching dawn break over Seoul, trying to process how her life had imploded in 3 hours. Behind her, she heard Min-jae on the phone again, his voice low, dangerous, making arrangements that probably involved violence. Coffee? He appeared beside her with 2 mugs, steam rising in the early light. She took one, surprised. Do Mafia bosses usually serve coffee? I prefer entrepreneur, with flexible ethics. That ghost smile again. And you're not a guest. You're an asset. Lee thinks you're my informant now. We might as well use that. Use it how? You're a nurse. Smart. Observant. Access to medical records. Min-jae's eyes gleamed. Lee's been hitting my supply chains for months. But he's sloppy. His men end up in hospitals after every job. If we track their medical records, we find his safe houses, his operations, his vulnerabilities. You want me to spy for you, actually be your informant. I want you to survive. And the best way to do that is to make yourself valuable enough that Lee can't touch you without starting a war he can't win. He set down his mug. Help me destroy his operation, and I'll make sure you can live in Seoul without looking over your shoulder. I have connections at immigration. I can extend your visa, get you a better job, better apartment, whatever you need. Zara studied him. This was insane, dangerous, probably illegal. But she was alive, and those fake cops would have done worse than recruit her. Fine, but I have conditions. She extended her hand. First, no one dies because of information I provide. Second, when this is over, you leave me alone. Third, she glanced at Bruno. I get partial custody of the dog. Min-jae's laugh was genuine this time. He shook her hand. Deal, Nurse Williams. Welcome to the organization. The moral lesson of this story is that sometimes survival requires accepting help from unexpected sources. Zara could have stubbornly refused Min-jae's help out of pride or fear, but she made the smart choice to align with someone who had the power to protect her. The lesson: knowing when to accept help isn't weakness, it's wisdom.